Williams in 2022 did not perform at all to the expectations that they had, but they may have brought in some parts that actually will help them in the 2023 season and beyond. Now, the parts that I'm talking about, obviously one of the key ones is James Vowles himself actually being the team principal. I was getting a bit concerned thinking that we were going to get the livery before the team principal, but they did announce the team principal, and that is a good sign for them actually as a team. They brought in somebody from the Mercedes squad, somebody that's a key contributor in the Mercedes squad, so he could definitely bring in some insight, actually know how to make the team perform better as a team. He can bring this team together and really make them perform like how that Mercedes team was performing back in the day when they were smaller. Now they're obviously a bigger team, Williams is a smaller team. There were reports before talking about how when Claire Williams was the team principal, the team was under a lot of fire from how the employees work together. They were not working together well. Josh Capito definitely brought in some better performance into that Williams. I think that they were trying things that they weren't trying before. And he was one of the guys that actually contributed to the team saying, hey, listen, in 2022, we know we're dead last. Let's go for that 2023 card. Which could have been the right move, but with him leaving, it'll make it hard for 2023 for Williams to really fight into the midfield, but I do think it's possible. I think with James here, it could be possible. They need to be able to perform well on strategy to actually get points because the car will probably be behind, but Albon does talk about in an article that the car could have been a lot better if they found the right balance. So is it really about finding the right balance, or is the philosophy wrong? Well, they kind of did end up going for that downward wash philosophy like the Red Bulls, the Aston Martin, the McLaren, and really any other team by the end of the year, with the exception of maybe like Ferrari and Mercedes, ended up following that design philosophy. And it did seem like the car got a little bit better in Austria, but it really still wasn't up to par with the rest of the midfield. And I do think that it's possible that they come in with the midfield this year and bring in a closer competition due to those contributing factors. Another factor is they just gained another sponsor, which in my opinion, that team needs more sponsors to actually be able to get up towards the cap. Haas was one of those teams that couldn't hit the cap. I think Alpha is close to hitting the cap, but doesn't hit it, and Williams is another one of those teams. These are the three smallest teams in Formula One, so it makes sense for them not to hit it, but they got to be getting close to that because they can't compete with these other teams if they can't keep developing the car throughout the whole entire year. Williams brought one upgrade. Maybe this can contribute to a couple more upgrades. Sure, they may have brought some small things, just tweaking the car here and there, but one huge upgrade. They need multiple huge upgrades throughout the year to actually compete. With Gulf coming in, which is a big sponsorship and hopefully a title sponsor. Nothing is yet confirmed on where this is. I don't think it is a title sponsor, but that would bring a lot of money in. They still will bring in a good amount of money. Maybe we get an orange and blue Williams. That would be awesome. It will help contribute to them actually performing better in the season because they will have more money. Now, how the car will develop within these 3 or 4 more weeks that they have to develop the car before the first weeks of practice and the first race, we'll have to find out. But these guys, the guy actually James Vowles himself, and what he does with his team now could really make a difference, I would say. I would say that he probably brings in a lot more experience than Josh himself. It would have been cool to see Jenson Button. I really would have loved Jenson Button as team principal, but James was a good choice and somebody that was under the wing of Toto Wolff for most of his career, I would say is probably the best option to give somewhat of a save for that Williams F1 team. What are your thoughts? Do you think Williams will get somewhere in the midfield? Do you think they will outperform their 2022 season, or will it be worse? Definitely got to be optimistic about this, but let me know your thoughts down below. Please leave a like, subscribe, it would mean the world, and peace.